tweaking to do. Going back to what it was before, which means I gotta adjust these because they were compensating over the change in resolution, since it was a lower resolution, so it was smaller. So I'm not worried about that screen. I'm worried about the leaving screen. It's gonna make me a little bigger. Probably should mention, hey, hello, goodbye. We're not leaving yet. I'll fix that later. Wait, no. Let me fix this now. You never know when I might actually BRB. Oh no, it's quite all right. I learned my lessons from a while ago, and so I got like 1, 2 on one screen, 3, 4 on another screen, and my cell phone, so I can keep track of time. Okay, so 9 o'clock is the golden time. We're at 7:22 Eastern Standard Time, so let's get this ball rolling. And I believe we can go ahead and boom. Any second now. Right up. Here we go. Oh, hey, me. I'm kind of in the way. How about I move a little bit over here so I'm not all up in the grill? I'm just playing the games. I'm not a part of them. I'm pressing 0. That's not going to make me go anywhere. There I go. In the corner I go. All happy and joyful. All right. Where's my dig dang music? Ding dang diddle ding. There we go. All right. We were in the beach episode last time when we left off here in Arcade Spirits. And I forget where we were. Oh right, choosing who to hang out with. Maybe you guys can help me out. Some audience participation going into this. So I can hang out with Naomi and Ashley, who are making sandcastles, Gavin and Queen Bee, who just found a volleyball, Teo and Percy, who are playing carny games, or Juniper, and who's straight up talking with Iris. Because, you know, she's adorable, tiny, and quite possibly can murder people. Because Skynet, maybe. What do you guys think? Let me work on this volume in the meantime. Oh no! No. I don't even know who I chose. Get out of here. I was just trying to alt-tab, dang nabbit. There we go. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna go ahead and adjust the volume. Me neat. That's not telling me anything. You're just giving me bananas. I don't know why Juniper is on her own, essentially. Well, technically, she's not on her own. She's hanging out with Iris, it seems. Giving me those teeths. Technically, the only... Well, Well, you know what? I have it saved. Let's say with Teo and... Wait, actually, no. See, Seth says Gavin. Well, those are bananas. That's a banana. That's a banana and a... What would Queen Bee be? A bee. A banana and a bee. Teo had the little Italian banana. Yes, he did act... Well, he didn't have a... I don't know if he had a Italian banana hammock on, but he definitely was not wearing as much as everyone else. I can tell you that much. He was wearing the sort of Speedo type swimsuit thing, I think. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot. Who to choose? Who could we possibly choose in this juncture? This could be exciting. This is exciting. That's true. And from what I can recall, she was. You know what? Hang on a second. I think I can make this. I think, thanks to the wonder that is the wonders of what is Streamlabs here. I think I can bring up the VOD that has it, and do it that way here. One of these lads need to get into those bun huggers. Hold on a second. Is it on the videos? Arcade I have like 10 of them that are no longer like, they're not it. 25 minutes ago? Nope. 2 days ago? What? Hold on a second. Oh, here we go. View all videos. Alright, nope. Maybe? Is this the one with the beach episode? Is this the one that's the 2 hours? Yes, this is released. I'm just pulling up the beach episode to remember what everyone's wearing. La da 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 dee 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 doo doo. There we go. Alright. Let's do away with that. With the magic of this thing. Not video. Is it video? Or what about media source? No. It would be video capture device, maybe? Game capture, display capture, maybe. No. Browser source? Allows you to web. Maybe? Am I doing it right? No, I'm not doing it right. What are you doing here? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out my window. I'm trying to pull something up here. I can do it. I swear. I just don't know. I did it once before, like once upon a time ago. Would it be media source? Would it be? I think actually display capture. Hang on. Maybe I think that would help because I think I can do windows, like specific windows. No, that's not it. Get out of here. Get out of here. Let's see. Trying to think here. I can do this. Window capture. Duh. Of course. Let's see. No. What is this? Arcade Spirit? Is it? No, that's X. Twitch. Where are you, Twitch? It's in here somewhere. I know it is. It's not? Gasp! Don't tell me I wasted time. Don't tell me I wasted time. I'd be slightly upset if I did waste time. Well, that's weird. I chose the window, but it ain't doing nothing for me. Everything's black. I killed it. No! Oh no. Yeah, I think I made a boo-boo. And eat this? Nope. Okay, well, so much for that idea. Get out of here. I tried to bring up what they were wearing last year. Well, phooey. I wish there was a way. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. I think there is a way. Hang on a second. What was it say before then? Hey, yeah. I think we can. I think this will. No, don't save it. There we go. Let's just load from here, and then we can see what everyone's wearing, and then go from there. Because apparently that's because we've been through this. You know what that means? We can skip.
It's the perfect.
Nope. Yeah. What if I can't decide? Or what if I awkward? I did that one, so we can skip it. There we go. And you know what I just found out? I could do that. Alright, so this is what Teo and Queen Bee are wearing. Because this is going to make the decision making all the more easier. Good grief. Okay, anyway,
That's you.
yeah, and then we got Gavin and we got Naomi. Cute, adorable. Looking fine as a desert wine. I don't know what a desert wine is. Excellent. Yeah. Okay.
See ya.
We've been through that. And then we got Percy, and then we have Ashley. When she went ew. I don't know how many levels there are at all. I do not know. All I know is I'll be sad once this goes away. Also, what happened to the volume? It went down low. So yeah, thank you. Oh, there it is. And then you got you got Juniper and you got Francie.
Dearie?
Hey, all looking very cute and very, very cool.
Absolutely.
And I think that's everybody, right? Nobody else? Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Alright. So now that we know more or less what everyone is wearing, because of course that goes into the decision-making process. Well, now we can decide who we spend our time with here. Yeah, Seth. I think it's fair enough. It's more than fair enough to say Mateo probably has not a lot to worry about in life. I'll tell you what. If there's one nitpick, his art style is a very harsh pelvic lines, although Juniper looks pretty unnatural. Yeah, I would say it's very like that. I wish I'm not very knowledgeable in the artistic sense, so I'm just too busy sitting here mouth the gaw. So what do you guys think? Who should I go with here? I'm just sitting here sipping my cranberry juice, trying to figure out what to do. To be completely honest, I'm torn between giving Gavin and Queen Bee a look, check on them rather, or Teo and Percy. Gavin and Queen Bee. Hooty-hoo out of the two. Hooty-hoo out of the two. Or maybe neither of the two. Maybe Naomi and Ashley, or Juniper and Iris. Who knows? I don't know. Although I should, because I'm the one who's playing and I gotta make this decision at some point. Preferably at some point. I don't want to have this whole entire thing just be the Jim Can't Decide show. Watch as Jim is unable to make decisions in life and how he just wallows around in self-pity. Ugh. It'll garner millions of views, I tell ya. Hundreds of thousands of millions. Of thousands of hundreds. I don't even know if that's true. Anyway. Anybody want to give their 10 cents and tell me what they think? Because I'm about to hit somebody. Not literally, but hit the decision for somebody. I'm about to hit the decisions for them. I hear Teo. Mason, you weren't here for last time. Mason, through the decisions of the mass the mass audience that was here, all like 4 people, decided to flirt with Queen Bee last time, and we actually got an embrace out of it. So Teo, are we sure about this? Oh, I have it saved at this point, so I guess it'll be alright. I hope. Oh geez, here we go. A number of little carny-style games have been set up along the beach, independent of the boardwalk arcades. Ring tosses, squirt guns, things like that. Percy promised everyone he'd keep it low-key today, as he recovers from his heart tremor. Tossing a few rings is definitely low-key. It looks like even though he's keen to go surfing, Teo's keeping Percy company. Oh, so that says, so I wonder why Ashley, Naomi, Gavin are the only ones on the cover art, if it has any deeper meaning. I don't know. But judging from the way those rings are just sort of bouncing off the bottles instead of landing on them, the games are not going well. I don't know. We're about to find out. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Worst case scenario, I have a save right here. I don't get it. I'm usually much more coordinated than this. Don't think it's a matter of coordination, Teo. More a question of, well, let's just say optimization. But Percy's ring goes plink off the bottle as well. Oh god, Carney Rando. What a shame, what a shame. You boys want to play again? Only another $5 for 3 tosses. It's a downright steal. Starting to wonder if this is a steal in more sense than one. Now, nobody likes a sore loser, boys. It's all totally fair, totally fair. Swear on my mom's grave I do. All this old-timey carny banter's got my dander up. It does. I must confront this charlatan. Hey there, old sport. What kind of racket are you trying to pull? What? Pull what? Cheating my friends? I say, fellas, I believe in you, I do. Let's win those spiffy prizes. Or horse feathers. Let's leave this dewdropper. It's all old-timey speak. Oh, this is hilarious. Thank you. That's a little. That's one of my voices I use in my toolbox of voices that I often refer to. Who to choose? I don't know. Maybe. Hey there, old sport. What kind of racket are you trying to pull? What? Yeah, let's go for more guts. I have enough heart. Hey there, old sport. What kind of racket you trying to pull? What? Treating my friends? Yeah, he was definitely at the auction. I say now, I say. What kind of hokum is this? Don't take any wooden nickels, boys. Methinks all these hotsy-totsy prizes are fool's gold.
Pardon me?
Pardon? I think it's probably a scam. I take offense to that, I do. Anyone can win. Step right up and be a winner. Or are you yellow? I do believe I have a proposal. Teo, a word? Huh? Oh, sure. What do you have in mind? Everyone's well built in this world. Weirdly, the two huddle up without me and exchange a few whispers. I consider interjecting myself into the discussion, but it's over before I can try. Oh, okay then, let's play. Teo tosses over a few dollars and takes up the rings. While Percy examines the racks of bottles in detail, Teo holds back, waiting for him to finish. Eventually, Percy points. Right there, 3 rings rapid, that's the sweet spot. With a twist of his agile body, Teo flings his rings one at a time. And all 3 rattled away around the neck of a bottle, ringing it perfectly. Simple enough. Based on Teo's throwing angles from before and the arrangement of the bottles, I determined the optimal striking zone for him to aim for. Yeah, the music's pretty sweet. All games are a matter of optimization, even silly little carnival toys. Melons, you've bested me, old sport. Well now, I know when I'm well and truly rumbled. Go ahead and pick your prize. Well, Jim, what'll it be? Yeah, we were trying to win a prize after. Aww. They won me a prize. And yes, double entendre. You know what? It's kind of very easy to like lean towards double entendre when you're wearing this. Okay. Me? Really? This is all for me?
Absolutely.
You know it. I mean, you are the true prize here. Back me up on this, Percy. Quite so, quite so. But which one of these lesser winnings truly makes your heart dance? I glance across rows of arcade-themed stuffed dolls with curiosity. I'd say I'm a little old for dolls, but you're never too old for a huggable plush friend, and they both worked so hard for it. This guy only gets to be a rando and he doesn't lean to the Victorian name. Yes, he does. I'd like an adorable Mr. Moopy magical plushie, that swinging dolly that plays music. I guess I'll have a Q*bert. Gee, I wonder who this one will, which one is this like? I wonder what this one is like. I'll take a Q*bert. What do you guys think? I'm leaning towards maybe that swinging dolly that plays music. I'm just gonna wiggle to the music. I'm gonna wiggle to the music. Oh, I heard one for Dolly. I'm taking the Dolly. I'll take the disco-tastic dancing reporter who wiggles around to Mexican fire, please. The ghost of music games past in plushie form. You've got style, Jim, that's for sure. We should practice that routine together sometime. My sister had a doll that played music when you hugged it. Suppose I can't deny the appeal, even if it can get super old. 5,000 for the 5,912th time in a row. Okay, now go away, boys, you bother me. The three of us returned to the dunes, prize in tow. So, why were you two trying to win a prize for me? I mean, Percy, there was a Moopy doll back there. That's right in your wheelhouse, yeah? True, but well, we discussed it and decided you deserved a treat for a job well done. Sure, this whole vacation is a treat for a job well done, but we wanted something for you specifically. Quite right, I must admit, Jim. The Funplex is a brighter place with you around. Not to say it wasn't a bright place before your tenure, but, well, there's a true breath of life there, beyond what I thought possible. And beyond just the hard work you do, the way you brought us all together, well, a mere plush toy isn't really a proper reward, but it would suffice. These guys are nice! What my comrade is trying to say in his usual poetic way is, you rock and you rule, so you get a prize. Thanks for playing. Yes, that. Besides, I just can't resist taking an opportunity to see that lovely smile of yours. Okay, I'm gonna hit the waves. I'd offer you a board, Percy, but I know. I promise to take it easy. Not that I'm very aquatic, to be honest. But it's good to spend time with you, considering usually we're on opposite ends of the arcade. You too. And off they go. Wow. I didn't realize just how much I meant to them. I'm only a floor evening event manager, right? Seeing everybody come together for this beach blanket bingo we've wrangled up. It's the bee's knees, it is. So what next? Oh, I can still see everybody else. Well, gotta go for Gavin and Queen Bee. Queen Bee and Gavin have taken up a friendly little sports competition here in the sand. Beach volleyball has always been a favorite pastime of beachcombers. It's fun, competitive, and what's not to love about watching athletic people show off their skills? Granted, when my family got together to play, we just ended up hitting the volleyball around and never really kept track of the points. But it was always something I enjoyed, even if I wasn't very good at it. Maybe Gavin and Queen Bee will let me join the fun. If I'm lucky, I'll even get to bump, set, and spike it. Oh, and there they are. As I jog closer to them, Gavin is occupying the far half of the court. Closer to me is Queen Bee's side of the sand court. It's easy to see both of them have expressions of sheer determination on their faces. Gavin is cool, calm, and collected, while Queen Bee is grinning ear to ear. Both are reveling in the contest. Each is in it to win it. It takes some sort of catastrophic event for one of them to back down like a tsunami. And even then, I'd bet they'd be bopping the volleyball back and forth while fighting against the wave. But this is a momentous 1v1 between two of my most competitive friends. It's unnecessary to explain Queen Bee's cutthroat nature, but Gavin? His ambition is just as fierce, even if it's less vocal. He'd do everything for the Funplex to succeed, and he's taking that same attitude to beach sports. My goodness is right, Seth. Are you sure you're ready for this next serve?
Yeah.
You better believe it, pretty boy. I'm ready to spike this ball so hard it'll cause a quake beneath your freaking feet.
Excellent.
Ha! If it's anything like your last attempt to score, I'll win this match in record time. I don't know. It does look. His chest looks fairly neat, I must admit. That's enough talking. Boom! Shut it and serve it. Hi, Queen Bee. Eat this! Or I guess not. Maybe I'll just try Gavin. Hey, Gav. Not today, Queen Bee. I'm not sure I'm going to get a word in until the whole ordeal's over. Their concentration is intense, game faces are on, and they see nothing else but the competition before them. I might as well take this time to watch them play. Hopefully they'll notice me. Gavin gracefully executes an underhand serve with the volleyball, and it glides over the net, mere millimeters above it. In all fairness, it was a perfect serve, but Queen Bee returns with a dig up high. With enough time, she easily squares up her pose and spikes it down toward Gavin's side of the court. Gavin doesn't have enough time to respond, and it falls hard into the sand. Queen Bee claps and stomps her foot into the ground in unison.
Victory!
Ace! Technically, that's not an ace. An ace would be a point scored off of a flawless serve. Queen Bee laughs and sticks out her tongue. Technically, it's putting me in the lead. It went on like this for quite some time, both of them volleying balls and serving quips. Meanwhile, I stood and I could do nothing but look on longingly. I just wanted to play. Not that I'm complaining much. Both Queen Bee and Gavin are the most athletic of the crew, save for Teo, and well, let's just say sand isn't the only hot stuff around here, to be honest. Kev says, I know the man loves his pinball machines, but does he bench press in spare time? You know what? That's a dang good question. I don't know. So watching them glisten as sweat drips down their bodies. Yeah, that isn't really a problem for me. That says someone knows their volleyball. I used to be able to play it now, so I never played volleyball myself. That says look at the big brain on Gavin here, some kind of polymath here. I was never a sports person either. Once upon a time ago, I tried to do track and I completely died. I think I can properly equivalate. Or basically, my skill in sports is about the same as Danny from Game Grumps. And the perfect story I like to tell, my comparison between our actual physical sports skills is a story he told about his dad, Avi. And, it's actually Danny's dad and mom were at a baseball game when Danny was very, very young. And Danny's dad is just basically with the camera and he's recording. And he's like, looking at all the kids, slowly pans over to Danny, who's like sitting on the ground in the middle of that baseball game, building sandcastles, and he's like, "Hey, I don't think Danny's gonna be an athlete." That's me. That's me too. Not much of a sports ball kind of guy. It's like her body was sculpted by the gods themselves. You're not lying. I'm not lying. Powerful thighs, toned arms. Queen Bee's a goddess in my eyes. It's enticing, and the gameplay isn't that bad either. Even though I've been standing here for well over 10 minutes, neither one has acknowledged my presence. Look at the big brain on Gavin here. Oh no, wait, I already read that. This is until Gavin hits the ball straight in my direction. It soars all the way to the back corner of the court and lands right at my feet. Queen Bee turns around to see where the ball fell. Hey, Jim, that was out, right? Oh, now I get acknowledged.
I think not.
That was clearly on the line, Queen Bee. The point is mine. No, it wasn't. It was completely out of bounds. You might want to get that prescription on those glasses checked out if you can't see that. It fell right next to Jim, who will undoubtedly confirm this fact. You clearly had the best vantage on it. Tell us what you saw. Oh boy. This is true. I think it's just describing a kind of god. Because yes, Bacchus and Hephaestus exist. Sure. I'm calling it now. This is for the win. If the ball is in, Gavin freaking gets bragging rights for the rest of the day. But if it's out, then I win. So all I have to do is to make the call. Yes. This is a trap. This is a trap. I feel trapped. This isn't good. Oh, I don't know who to choose. Oh, I mean, technically, if I want to be consistent, I've actually flirted with Queen Bee before. So maybe TL6 says, and I'm betting the outcome relationship-wise is going to be counterintuitive. Definitely don't go with number 3. Which is sad because I actually kind of would have said, hey, you both win, question mark? Oh, man. Oh, decisions. Well, in an effort to save some time, I think I'm gonna have to go. Oh, wait. I said something. There isn't a neutral option. I mean, there's so many savvy decisions to go. I'm gonna go with Queen Bee. I'll do it. The line itself is a thin rope cord. It's a thin rope cord held down by a simple tent peg, so I can see why it would be hard to tell if the ball fell around it. But I can say for sure I saw it fall outside the line. It was completely out of bounds. Sorry, Gavin. Point, set, match.
Oh, GG.
Queen Bee takes a very long moment to gloat. Granted, that's more of a tennis term, but I think Gavin gets the gist. I thought for sure I was going to beat you, Queen Bee, but I miscalculated. You bested me fair and square. Shall we take a quick break? We each nod our heads in agreement as I quickly grab a couple of water bottles laying on the sidelines and toss it to them. Gavin gladly chugs down the water and flashes a smile back at me. Queen Bee catches hers mid-toss, swiftly opens it with a flick of her wrist, and proceeds to pour the water over her face to cool off. The water splashes down from her face and drips onto her chest, making her wet and shine in the hot sun. Oh my. I suddenly feel very hot myself and could use a quick dip in the ocean. Thanks for the water, kid. Yeah, you're welcome. Still, I really wanted to play some beach volleyball. I guess that's not gonna happen now. Both of them look quite content to relax and chat in the sun for now. You know, Gavin also deserves this L for the cheap shot earlier for Queen Bee's loss. As of reading my mind, Queen Bee leans down and picks up the ball and throws it directly at me. Think fast, Jim. Bump it. Spike it. Queen Bee threw it high enough that I can totally pull off a badass spike. Oh, loud. Yup. I take a quick step forward before launching myself into the air. My palm connects to the ball and it darts back at Queen Bee. She simply bumps the ball over to Gavin, and forming a triangle, we continue hitting the ball back and forth. This is exactly how my family would play. We don't stand around and hit the ball to each other, trying to keep it from touching the ground at all costs. Gavin, Queen Bee, and I really get into it. And several times one of us ends up diving to get the ball and get a face full of sand. Haha, I like the sand-swept look you've got going on, pretty boy. I can see you on the summer cover of Monsieur. If you're not careful, I'll carry you to the ocean and throw you in. Then you'll be sporting that drowned rat look. Laughing alongside Gavin and Queen Bee while playing beach volleyball. It makes me feel so grateful for these friends. It was worth having to stand around for a while. This is very nice. What a perfect morning on the beach. We play a few more rounds of the sand is lava before we let the ball crash into the beach one last time. Very nice return, Jim. You should join us for the next match. I would if I didn't have other stuff I wanted to do. There's too much to do here, and I've got to plan accordingly. I hear that. Looking forward to the stroll along the boardwalk myself. It's a good idea to take in as much as you can. I think I'll call it quits too. Slow your roll, pretty boy. You can't leave quite yet. Ah, right, we do have a score to settle. Let's finish this. I leave the gladiators to their final battle as I walk back along the beach, awaiting my next adventure. So what's next? Oh, I do get to do everything. That's a nice change. Let's do Juniper. We haven't met with Juniper other than in an apartment. So. Juniper stretched out on a beach chair, catching some sun while catching up on her social media feed. Iris, how many Pengi mentions are there in my timeline today? You currently have 23 mentions of Pengi in your social media timeline. Huh, that's up from yesterday, Iris. Have there been any new Pengi vids lately? I'm sorry, I don't understand. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Have there been any new Pengi vids lately? Would you like me to search the web for have there been any vids? Oh, never mind. Juniper puts the phone away with a sigh. Oh, hey, Jim. Enjoying your nostalgic beach trip so far? I don't know why she's so cute. And yes, Gavin is a pretty boy. Feels great to be back, like coming home. I don't know. I've only hung out on the beach so far. I've come lots of stuff. I like heart. I gotta admit, it feels great to be back. I've got a lot of fond memories of Flotsam Beach. The Flotsam Beach. The sand, the surf, the games, the food, and my family. Before everything went south for the Knickerbocker clan, this place was like a second home for us.
Totally.
Exactly. Happy memories from a happy place. You know, you've had a better life than you give yourself credit for. Your family had money problems, sure, but you loved each other through it all.
That's so sad.
I can't say the same for my family, and my family never took beach vacations for that matter, or vacations at all. I doubt I'll be making many after this either. I'm definitely happy being a freelancer, don't get me wrong. I'm not exactly making beach money, you know? I can't even afford apps unless they're free. And man, free mode Iris is super stupid sometimes. Guy says, I wish I could find a swimsuit like that didn't cost $80. Yeah, they're mighty expensive, ain't they? Ahem. Hey, hang on. I see you're talking to your Iris all the time like you're just having a normal conversation. How did you manage that? Mine doesn't even understand what I'm saying most of the time. Did I configure her wrong? Is there some free mode option I missed out on? Come on, fess up. I just want to make the most of my Iris. What's the trick? What did you do to make yours so cute and chatty? Drat! Juniper knows Iris better than anyone here. Aside from maybe Gavin, she's been suspicious for some time of my super duper version of Iris. So it says, yeah, it is super cute. Honestly, it looks better constructed than the skimpier ones. Yeah, this looks more... Well, to respond to you, Seth, I agree. Juniper's swimsuit is a lot... It looks very practical. Like, hey, you know, you see, you know, that kind of thing one more often. However, Teo's, as banana hammocky as it is, exists. And some do wear that too. But my Iris is technically a pirated software service. I'm not supposed to have premium access. Do I trust Juniper with the secret? Or would telling her betray Iris' trusting me to keep it? Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and save right here. But I'm gonna tell Juniper, hands down. I gotta be honest with my childhood friend. I am not Lead Haxler. Guess I may as well share the truth. I'm not using the free version of Iris. She hacked herself so I could have premium level cloud computing conversations. Immediately my phone jitters in my pocket on vibrate. With a sigh, I pull it out, knowing Iris won't be thrilled about this. Jim, you blab! We pinky swore! Hey, I did not pinky swear. You don't even have a real pinky to swear with. That's beside the point. This is super duper risky telling people. What if Gavin finds out, huh? Yeah, this was explained in our last playthrough, I think. What do you think Gavin would have me fired for, or something? No, it's to do with his family. Oh, never mind. Can I interject? This is
Yes!
so awesome! I knew it! I knew Iris was smarter than she let on. Like, wow, this is bad Hollywood movie level of sci-fi awesomeness. Thank you? Don't worry, Miss Iris, your secret's safe with me. I'm an Iris fangirl. I've heard that before. in a different context. Even if my Iris isn't as cool as you, can you make her as cool as you actually?
Ooh.
I really shouldn't. It's dangerous enough allowing premium access for this instance. But if it helps, your Iris loves you, Miss Juniper. She wants the best for you, even if she can't directly tell you what is happening. I see. Okay. Well, I'll just have to get rich and famous so I can unlock my full Iris, and she can tell me herself.
Thank you.
Thanks for trusting me, Jim. We're getting some looks. We should change the subject. Oh, you don't say! We quickly exchanged some small talk to cover our tracks, and soon she's lost on her phone again, searching for more pop design art. The noon sun sigh in the sky, and honestly, it's getting super hot out here, like heat exhaustion level of hot. While this would be a good time to migrate towards the boardwalk, it seems there's one more thing in store for our little group. Alas, the queen of the beach is exhausted from being too awesome for words, and is seriously considering hanging up this bikini for a bit. I don't think this is a new beach. Oh, if only. But seriously, I'd love to go hit the boardwalk for a bit, but Naomi's got some kind of surprise lined up for us over yonder. Really? Okay, be there in a minute. I wonder what this is all about. Meow, 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 meow. Soon enough, the entire group has gathered. The number of shade-throwing parasols has multiplied to 4. 2. Plenty of cool respite for everyone. Also new, a large cloth-wrapped bundle in the center of the group. Gather round, gather round! It's lunchtime! And judging from the rumbling in my stomach, it's right on time. The bundle is unwrapped, revealing a series of simple wooden lunchboxes in a traditional Japanese style. Each one's been painted a different color. As a way of saying thanks for all your hard work and your support, please enjoy these boxed lunches, courtesy of the Funplex. And me, I made them. Aww. Yeah, a lot of stomach grumbling in the game. An authentic Naomi brand bento? Sign me up! I reach for a box and she smacks my hand lightly.
No.
Not yet, Jim. I made these special-like. Everybody has a personalized lunch filled with their favorite things. Gavin, if you'd be so kind enough to distribute them, names are written on the lids. Sure enough, on a second glance, I can see the names on and even little cartoon doodles representing each person. Tell me we get to see the doodles. Wow, does my face really look that apathetic? Okay, I'll start handing them out. Gavin, you first. Let's see.
Impressive.
Plain yogurt, celery sticks, and some rice. You know me quite well. Boring and nutritional. I colored a bit outside the lines on this one, rather than sticking to traditional bento style. Enjoy! Oh, yeah, the...
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, sushi with some tempura veggies. Ooh, and a side of miso soup. I love nothing more than a traditional bento box lunch. Yeah, these guys are organized as fuck. And I love nothing more than making them. Huh. Fish and chips, of course, with a little Union Jack on a toothpick. And you made a moopy maze out of the chips, too. It's not too stereotypical, is it?
Quite good.
I haven't found a proper chip shop stateside, so I'll take it. A nice little taste of home.
Fantastic.
Oh, but yeah, a big juicy cheeseburger and french fries. My mouth is watering just looking at it. Yum! And it's got lots of pink in it, just how you like it. So pink... so pink I can hear it moo. Oh, Jesus. This is perfect. Pita bread and hummus.
Love it.
It's a great meal that fills the belly and gives you a ton of energy. And we have to keep your tank that full. A tired Teo is not a true Teo.
How marvelous.
Oh my, this is lovely. Little finger sandwiches, some tea, and even a cupcake. Thank you, Naomi dear. It's very thoughtful. Aw, thanks, Miss Francine. Oh, I got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Nice.
Ha! Bet you consulted with Jim on this one. I love these. Always have, always will. Actually, I just checked your Instagram. I did an analysis of your most commonly blogged food and... Can't talk. Busy eating. And that leaves the one who brought us all together, Jim. For you, I made... I made pizza bagels! Kidding. It's actually similar to the bento I gave you the day you started at the Funplex. A little reminder of how this all started. Oh, well, thank you. Speech! What?
Yeah.
You should make a speech before we all dig in. I mean, you're the reason we're here. I am? Yeah, you are. I mean, we were doing great before you showed up. Don't get me wrong, but you know. But you worked harder than any of us to make the Funplex the success it is today. I was content to keep it afloat. I didn't think we'd ever manage more than that, but you refused to be content. Juniper! We wouldn't be here at the beach if not for the success you led us to, Jim. So yes, I think a speech would be appropriate. Oh, these two. No, these three. Yeah, Funplex Fiesta rocked. It really opened some doors for me. I'd still be wearing that damn black L7 jacket if not for you. The atmosphere is so much livelier thanks to your efforts. Win or lose, I'm enjoying my time with Moopy thanks to having so many great people around me. By this point, I can't even imagine the Funplex without you, Jim. Stop. So don't even think of leaving. If you do, we'll probably gather up a hunting party and drag you back. No hard feelings. Oh boy. And speaking as the one Jim comes home to every night, I gotta say he's doing dandy compared to before. So 3 cheers for the Funplex. 3 cheers indeed. Go ahead, Jim. You've earned the right for a speech. I'm just the silly old lady who started it. You made this happen. Wow. Seriously. Wow. Well, I've made big speeches before, like the one at Funplex Fiesta, even if it feels bigger. Way bigger. Okay, here it goes. It can't be a milk a toast for this toast. It's big feelings or nothing. A funny thing happened on the way to the Funplex. God, no! My life was something of a mess, and the Funplex sent me the Funplex food rules. This is good, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go heart. You cannot go heart. Thank you. Above all else, thank you. Thank you all. You don't know how much this family means to me. It's no great secret I was living in a state of depression before the Funplex. I just assumed life would always deal me a losing hand, but now... Well, now, through my friendships with you all, I found something bright and warm I can rely on. Something I can be optimistic about instead of pessimistic. I'm not silly enough to believe the hard times are gone for good, but I know I'm surrounded by good people who can help me see them through. So, thank you. You're welcome, Jim. I think I can speak for all of us when I say we feel the same way. Okay, good. On a roll. Let's see what to say next. I gotta go with a heart. Come on now. The feels are reals. Long ago, Flotsam Beach was a home away from home for my family. We'd rent a house on the dunes and just relax for a solid week. Play board games, read books, go out and have a swim, or cruise the boardwalk arcades. It's a place that can be anything you need it to be. Quiet solace? Sure. Loud and exciting? Absolutely. I can't think of a better place for us to celebrate what we've accomplished together. Even if Indeed. Fun times with fine folk in a fine place. It's just a ticket. I propose we return here every year, if our good fortunes continue. Now to bring it home. Oh. It's true. I have to go with what my heart feels. And I just want to say, I love you all. It means a lot to me being here with you in this place. Thank you. And I've said more than enough. Time to enjoy Naomi's thoughtful gift and eat hearty. I love you all as well. You have no idea how much it raises my spirits working alongside you or watching you enjoy our games. Jim, thank you for this lovely day, and I agree. Let's dig in. The tea is calling to me. Oh, my nose. I'm not crying. It's just stuffy nose. It's allergies. It is, actually. This is the moment. One perfect moment with all of us together, laughing and talking and eating and having the best time in the world. Maybe things will change after tonight. When Iris's plan to find me a romance comes together, maybe this is the high water mark. Maybe... But no matter what happens, I'll always have this one perfect moment. That's nice. I like it. That's nice. Afternoon slides in as the gang migrates from sandy shores to bustling boardwalk. Once you've had your fill of seaweed in your trousers, it's time to take a walk down the boardwalk and indulge in any number of side activities. No need to change out of your swim gear, either. Unless you're going deeper into Beach Town, you can just skip back and forth between the sands and the boardwalk. This is where the real action happens. Shops, restaurants, and of course, arcades. Soon enough, the group's splitting up to go try to do as much as possible. I've got time to tag along with some of them. But who to hang out with? Let's see, Queen Bee and Percy, Gavin and Ashley, Naomi and Teo, or Juniper and Francine. Who to spend time with the less of a full hour that we have, for we are ending at the top of the hour. Who to play with? Oh no, someone dropped their strawberry, but what? Oh no, I just saw that. Can we? Oh, that's kind of sad. I kind of want to buy him one. They're just kind of looking down at it. They're kind of looking down. I was like, oh. Let's see. Who should I spend my time with? That's a good question. Last time was, it's no secret that two of the main people I've been in the running for are Teo and Queen Bee. Queen Bee seems to be hanging out with Percy this time around, and Naomi is hanging out with Teo this time around. So who should I pick? I don't know who to pick. Who knows? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm gonna take a quick drink and see if I can figure this out. Hum. Yeah, that's happened to me before too. Once upon a time ago, when I went to Atlantic City, I bought like a milkshake I wanted to try, and then Queen Bee it is! Just in case. There we go. Sitting on some benches just outside a fried dough stand, Percy and Queen Bee are sharing a funnel cake dusted with white sugar. Seriously? You've never had this stuff before? Not much Connie Chow in England, I'm afraid. And this is my first time visiting a beach in the colonies. No one calls it the colonies! Wait, you can eat this, right? I mean, it's basically fried grease and sugar. Your heart won't explode? It's not an issue of artery congestion. And Lord knows I eat plenty of instant ramen and fast food. One little sugary treat won't be the tipping point. Oh, hey Jim, join us. No way we can eat this huge thing by ourselves. I settle in to pick out the delicious fried dough. just like I used to have back when we came here regularly. So Percy and I were talking shop, and even if you aren't a pro gamer, maybe you've got some valuable input, you know? See, our Moopyholic buddy here doesn't believe in being a full-time professional gamer.
Don't think so.
It's not that I don't believe in it, I just don't see it as a stable occupation for a young person to undertake. Someone's being clever. Oh, hey, no worries. Nice to see you too, Flower. Thank you so much. Thank you for retweeting and thank you for just hopping in, even if it's just a second. I still love the game. Thank you. Right. Percy being a professional gamer. What is going on here? If you're entirely reliant on the wavering loyalty of corporate sponsors and streaming subscribers, alongside any prize money you may or may not be winning, well, I suppose I'm just too risk-averse to walk that path. I prefer a sound investment. Whereas I love risk. No risk, no reward. Yeah, at any moment it could all come crashing down and I end up living in my parents' basement again, but I love to fight for my future. Just like Jim. He was an unemployed bum before finding the Funplex, so nowhere to go but up. Hey now. It's not like I was living under a bridge. Opportunity knocking unanswered. I didn't actually plan any of this. Well, I'll do a jokey. I wasn't exactly calling a cardboard box home and selling matches to passing strangers to survive the cold winter. I was between jobs, sure, but I could have taken other opportunities, including one at Juniper's office for that matter. And you didn't? You chose and you didn't. You chose the Funplex. Or maybe the Funplex chose you. But look, that's not my point. That's not my point. I'm not saying my path's for everyone. Abandoning the safer road in favor of the wild ride? It takes a certain mindset to make that work. But I promise you that those of us willing to make that leap are having a more rewarding life as a result. Satisfying, not rewarding. Being a school teacher is satisfying, but sadly, society does not reward its due. Many satisfying paths in life are also fraught with disaster due to this. It's survivorship bias. People see rock stars and football heroes and think they can make it big too. But those success stories are a percent of a percent of a percent. And what happens later in life to the sports hero who abandoned all other paths? What skills do you fall back on when your window closes? You've succeeded so far, Queen Bee. But remember, not too long ago you were terrified of being drummed out of your team and tossed on the street. I wouldn't say terrified. It was more like a mild reluctance at best. Couldn't you pursue dominance in your game of choice without making it your entire existence? I don't really play Moopy all day. I trade stock in my off hours. Why not consider a day job, with your gameplay occupying the remaining hours?
Nope.
No way. No how. Fist of Discomfort takes absolute dedication. I can't be at the top of my game, at the top of the game, if I'm also flipping burgers or filing paperwork. Percy, competitive level play requires intensive training. You can't get around the time investment, but you can make it pay double. That's where streaming comes in. Whenever maybe for you. Whenever I'm training, I'm streaming. Subs and donations make me money while my skills go up, up, up. It's win-win. I suppose I can see the need for time investment, yes. But it's not like streaming revenues are stable either. Oh no. Perhaps Jim can help settle this question. What do you think? Is it better to wholly devote your life to a risky proposition in search of happiness, or to hedge your bets for turn and find balance? Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to do it. I don't want. Oh. Why you gotta do this to me, game? Why you gotta make me choose? see, that's the thing. This is the thing. This is actually the thing. I actually agree with Percy on this. Because as awesome as streaming and stuff would be, like, it takes, like, that level, I mean, more or less, for the most part, it takes that kind of Queen Bee's, sort of, like, the way she does it is more or less how it is often done. And it's for people who want to make that solely as their life, you know, that's how they make a living. Me, I don't do that, because I can't do that. I'm not, and it's okay. I'm actually okay with that. This is more for fun and to, you know, experience games and fun with people who enjoy these things with me. I don't expect to make any money out of it, but from what I've seen in other streams and stuff like that, I can see that why, you know, that level of, you know, dedication and time investment and just all out going all in or going home, you know, you kind of need that if you're gonna stream for a living, especially if, you know, that's, you know, how you make ends meet. But I kind of leaning towards Prissy in that aspect, where it's like you could take and the way the option is stated, I agree with it completely. Take chances, but carefully. You can take chances, you know, but have a safety net there. You know, not everyone's cut out to, you know, take chances, get messy, and make mistakes. You know, the days of the Magic School Bus are gone. No, it's not. It's back, actually, on Netflix. Well, that's beside the point. The point is that risks are great, but I think they're great when they're made carefully. And as much as I adore Queen Bee, I think that Percy has the right idea. Honestly, I can see Percy's side of it. You can't completely avoid risk, but you can calculate those risks. Approach your life with a mindful strategy to get what you want and stay safe. Safety, ugh, where's the glory in that? Now, love, nothing wrong with being cautious. It's like playing a controlled-oriented character in Fist of Discomfort, yes? Plotting your moves, conserving momentum, staying firmly in charge of your own destiny. I'm not saying not to aim for the top, but don't be in such a hurry. Yeah, okay, I mean, I get it, sure. I'll get to where I want to be, and you'll get your high score. It's inevitable, no matter how fast or slow. I almost point out that Percy doesn't actually have time for the slow path, but no, not bringing down the mood. With the neglected funnel cake cooling off, the three of us focus on putting away our sugary rewards after that. We're each walking different paths, but I can't say any of us are willing to settle for anything less than our dreams in the long run. Who to hang out with? Teo. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Teo and Naomi sneak into one of the shops on the boardwalk called the Sandy Bar, with little iconic saltwater taffy icons on each side. Saltwater taffy, a staple of coastal life and commerce. On any given boardwalk, you're within spitting distance of at least 3 candy shops loaded with tasty treats. But more importantly, why are these two acting so childish about the whole thing? Like 2 kids in a candy store. I need to find out exactly what's going on, and more importantly, I need to see if they have any of those gummy sharks in there too. As I peer into the building, my senses are overwhelmed by sweet. My teeth practically hurt from all the surrounding sugar. Covering the walls are assorted containers holding various types of candies, a rainbow of colors and confectionaries, filled to the brim with saltwater taffy and covered in chocolates. Sneaking, apparently. Not only do I take note of the delectable candy, but I also notice all the kiddies running around. I can't help but be reminded of the Funplex. Same atmosphere, just fewer games. I look over to the person behind the counter and give them a nod of understanding. I feel you, noble cashier, in your quest to maintain peace and order. Make an adjustment here, and we're back. Naomi and Teo recognize me and wave me over. Gummy sharks are good. Over here, Jim. Come help us decide on what to get. I comply and go over to them. Naomi is huddled over a table and is filling her arms with various desserts. I want one of these, and 2 of these, and a handful of this one. Oh, what's that over there?
Wow.
Candied apples? I have to get one of those too. This is the best part about going to the beach. Look at how many different candies are here. I could just devour them all. That's right. Whoa. No more subtlety there. Well, I mean, let's face it. There was no subtlety to begin with. That's right after I devour you, Jim. Oh my. I thought maybe since we were all on holiday, I'd get a vacation from Teo always making me blush. Teo leans forward and I figured you'd like that, Mason. But not today, and my face goes as red as the licorice right in front of me. Now, I picked Naomi as having a sweet tooth, but Teo, with all his dancing, I would have guessed him to stick to a healthier diet. But this trip is a vacation for all of us, so maybe he's spoiling himself. So what do you think of this place? Oh, me? Well, I've never been here before. Oh, no, I have been here before. Don't let me contradict myself. I've been here before, quite a few times. It's the most popular candy store on the boardwalk. My family and I would always stop by right before our long drive home. That says I kind of wonder if someone could combine visual novel with and maybe a la The Sims. That would be very hard to do. That would be an amazing game though. Make something in depth and like as a visual novel, but sort of make it sort of like very character created, posable characters like The Sims. Yeah, that'd be nuts. After a long day of swimming, walking, and fun in the sun, a maximum sugar overdrive was a perfect way to end the day. They'd give me a fistful of dollars and cut me loose in here. Whoa! They just let you get whatever you wanted? Dang, I wish I had your parents. Cute! I could just see a young Jim here running around and stuffing candy into his face. Not going to lie, I was a cute kid. Well, not so cute overdosing on sweets, though. But Naomi and Teo laugh heartily. I mean, they didn't exactly give me Fort Knox to blow in snacks. But it was still a nice little reward at the end of the day. As I am a creature of habit, I'd always get saltwater taffy year after year. It's just the best feeling munching on taffy while watching the waves crash into the sand. Naomi suddenly gasps, interrupting my recollection. What is it, Naomi? They have... I don't know how to say that word. Competo! I'm still confused. Is that a good thing? It's the best thing! They're like little traditional Japanese sugar candies that look like stars and are my absolute favorite. Every time my mother would go to visit family in Japan, she'd bring me back some. But it's been years since I last had some. She squeals excitedly and runs over to a little stand that has a cute assortment of pastel sugar stars. Pastel. We follow suit and make our way next to Naomi. Teo picks up a bag and brings it closer to his face, examining them. Okay, these are quite possibly the cutest candies I've ever seen.
Sweet.
And they're so sweet. Aw, Naomi, nothing is sweeter than you. And that's a fact. That's not entirely true. I have to agree with Teo. No one has brought me more impromptu lunches at work than you do. Thank you, but these candies are still the sweetest. You both should taste these, by the way. I just know you'll love them as much as I do. Teo and I agree with a nod of our heads, and Naomi turns around happily with an armful of candy treats. Like a dragon with her hoard, she heads towards the register when a kid runs smacks into her. Whoa! In a colorful explosion, candy spills everywhere and Naomi falls over backward. I instinctively go to help Naomi up, but out of the corner of my eye, I see the kid who bumped into her swiping candies off the floor and pocketing them. Hey! It's a classic move. We see it all the time with tickets and tokens at the Funplex, and like the arcade, this is no different. It's so overused. Teo even sees it. He elbows me and points it out to my attention. But this is not my store, not my job. Do I step in or let it slide? Heart! Even though the kid is swiping sour gummies, cleaning up this mess is going to be more of a help than snitching. I'm sure the cashier is on it anyway. This isn't the first time a child has tried to steal candy, nor will it be the last. Spin that cat back around, bro. I go around and pick up as much candy as I can find, and start putting it back where it belongs. It's like a reverse egg hunt, and much more fun than trying to find stray tokens at the Funplex carpet. Meanwhile, before he can abscond with stolen sweets, the cashier approaches the kid and asks him to turn out his pockets. The kid looks like they want to say something in return, but there's no way to hide it, and the kid reluctantly does so. It appears like the kid wasn't just picking up stuff from the spill. Those pockets were quite full. With more tact than I could probably muster, the cashier tells them to kindly exit the sandy bar, and the kid complies. The cashier and I exchange knowing glances. We are one and the same. Well, after that excitement, I'm ready to relax on the beach and eat some of this candy. Me too. Me three. But I can't quite leave yet. There's still one more thing I must do. I need to get some saltwater taffy. It's a Knickerbocker family boardwalk tradition after all. Oh yeah, we can't break tradition. Although if we do, I wouldn't mind starting a new Funplex Beach tradition with you. Teo, please. This is one important delicious decision Jim has to make. Look at her pout. I love it when she does that. And the only correct answer would be for him to choose the cotton candy ones. Cotton candy flavored taffy? Really? I wouldn't joke about something as serious as this. But it's like sickeningly sweet. Even I can't handle it. I can handle a truckload of sweet. Well, what will you choose then? Buttered popcorn, obviously. I like a little salty with my sweet. But that's sacrilege! I'm much more of a purist. Getting in a fight over taffy flavors isn't necessary. Both taste great. But I already know what I'm going home with. What's that, Jim? I'm half tempted to say grab bag. Let's see, Kev says, I once watched someone steal 5 apples. He was clearly homeless, so I just didn't say anything. Kinda wish I'd had some spare change to pay for the vendor though. This was well over 10 years ago, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't I wouldn't. And that's the neat thing about where I work at, actually. I work at a cookie store. And sometimes we have a little a homeless allotment for a cookie allotment for the homeless. So every once in a while, and the homeless people are really good about it. They don't come and bombard us all the time. But every once in a while, they're like, "Can we have a cookie?" And we're like, "Sure," and we'll give them a cookie. And that's what I like about my job. We're helping out every once in a while, especially because there's a surprising number of homeless people in DC. But yeah, I'm leaning towards the grab bag and the buttered popcorn. Any thoughts on these choices here and there? What do you think? Maybe taking another drink as I pause. Also, not that I've been staring at this particular area this whole time, but why is there a specific light reflection right here, right there? Why? Oh, and anyway, waiting on opinions on what should I choose. Buttered popcorn. Well, what? You want to pick Teo's option, right? Well, I mean, which one? He did like buttered popcorn. He liked the fact that there was sweet along with salty. Salty and sweet is what he said. I was also leaning towards the grab bag, but probably just to get on Teo's good side. But you know what? For him, I would eat buttered popcorn. Taffy buttered popcorn. I'm just fascinated. You know, that's why Seth, that's why I kind of pointed it out earlier. I was like, what is it? They know what they're doing in this game. The fact that it's how shiny. I don't, yeah, you know. I'm just going to go with the buttered popcorn. Glitter, yes. Could use glitter. Buttered popcorn. To appease my palate, I prefer a more complex profile of flavors. I agree with Teo. Nothing beats buttered popcorn. She's not happy. Excellent. I respectfully disagree with your opinions. But that just means more cotton candy taffy for me. I don't know, actually. I think that about covers it. Shall we blow this popsicle stand? Ooh, they have popsicles too? Ooh, now it's you, not him. Once again, Naomi's got her arms filled to the brim with candy as she nods enthusiastically. Teo's picked out some of his favorites too. We each take our turns in line, and before we know it, we're happily carrying our stash with us onto the boardwalk. Oh, I almost forgot. She stops abruptly, digs into her bag for a moment, and pulls out a conpeito. Yes, I've been wanting one since you pointed them out. Naomi opens the bag, and both Teo and I pick one out. Popping the sugar star in our mouths, both of us smile wide, enjoying the sugary goodness.
Love it.
Palate? Yeah, well, you know. Ooh, that is so yummy. For real, Naomi, it's my new favorite candy. It's very good. Maybe next time I'm at the Sandy Bar, I'll get some of these instead of taffy. Next time I'm here. Because with the Funplex riding high in the world, I bet we could afford a next time. And another, and another. Thank you for introducing me to the whole new world of flavor, Naomi. Anytime, Teo. Maybe if I can change your mind on candy, I can convince you to dance a little lighter on the Showtime stage. It's a delicate cabinet. But then I wouldn't get to see you as much on the Funplex floor. Very true. I've got my candy haul, so my work here is done. I got places to be. And I want to spend some time taking in the sea breeze.
Catch you later.
I need to clear my senses of sugar too. We'll catch up with you later, Jim. Bye, guys. Once alone, I open my bag of saltwater taffy and pick one out and eat it. I let the taste fully consume me. Now this is a perfect vacation. Who to hang out with? Last time it didn't let me hang out with everyone. It just let me choose like one of these. I'll have to go with Gavin and Ashley because I have not hung out with Ashley at all this entire thing. I haven't hung out with Francine either, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and choose that because we're running out of time. The primary appeal of this place for me was always the arcades. I rarely swam in the ocean. I preferred indoor swimming pools to unpredictable waves. That meant boardwalk crawls, arcade games, tokens, and joysticks. Although as I approach one of these open-air arcades, well, I don't see a single joystick.
Impressive.
Interesting. I'd hazard these arcades are 100% redemption games. I suppose it's for the best. Naomi's distracted by looking for saltwater taffy. She'd hate this place. I've noticed this industry trend away from anything vaguely resembling a traditional arcade game, and towards touchscreen and prize tickets. I suppose it was inevitable. If not for a strong showing up for joysticks through the 80s and 90s, it would have happened sooner. It did. It really did. A game's a game, you know? I can enjoy just about anything. Oh, and hey, there's pinball. You like pinball, right, Gavin?
Ooh.
And skee ball. I love alley rollers.
What?
Huh? Technically skee ball, depending on spelling and hyphenation, is a registered trademark. These are simply alley rollers, manufactured by a different company. Sheesh, way to suck the fun out of it. Apologies for my innate killjoy nature. Allow me to make it up to you by actually having some fun. Is that even possible? Will your ultra cool guy exterior allow your inner softie to be exposed? If you'll let me finish, how about a alley roller contest? Each of us gets 5 tokens to score the most points. Whoever loses buys the other ice cream. Now we're talking. Hey Jim, wanna join in? Make this a three-way dance? Maybe all the joysticks are gone, but I'm certainly a long-time skee-ball fanatic. I'd likely clean the floor with these two. Still, I'm a skee-ball wizard. I got this. May the odds be in your favor. Ice cream. I'm in. I gotta go with this one. Win or lose, ice cream. I'm always ready for ice cream. Hells yeah. Hells yeah. Let's do this. I didn't think it was Gavin. Token up, and may the best player win. Our coins rattle into the slot, tinkering along the metal chute. 5 tokens. Highest cumulative score wins. I suppose if it's 3 players, the loser split the cost of the ice cream. I remember playing tons of alley rollers back when I was a kid, roaming up and down the boardwalks of Flotsam Beach. Like riding a bike, those are physical skills you never really forget. My grip on the gnarly wooden ball feels completely natural even now. We drop in our tokens and line up for our first throws. It takes a few rolls for me to find my sweet spot. But eventually, I'm right where I need to be in the scores, which unfortunately can't be said of my coworkers. Oh come on! I totally should have landed that one. Hundo.
Rather disappointing.
These machines are a bit beat up from exposure and play. I wouldn't be surprised if they're unbalanced. Or they're rigged, like those Carney games Teo and Percy were playing earlier. But they aren't. I'm hitting my shots. No problem. I could whisper some advice to one of them. Maybe give them an edge. It's cheating, sure, but we're all getting ice cream in the end. Who cares? Who should I sneak some advice to with less than 20 minutes to go? I could maybe whisper sweet nothings to Gavin, but Ashley is also ready to go. Who should get my advice? I am waiting for the opinions of the audience. I don't know what song I'm singing. I just know that I need to stop singing. I can't rhyme singing with singing. That's blasphemous. Ashley it is. I lean in next to Ashley and whisper her a hot tip. Aim for the 40-pointer with every throw. That way you'll always net a consistent amount of mid-tier points. Ooh. Instead of wildly aiming for the honey pot for 100 points, Ashley lines up for a shot right down the middle and scores a sweet throw. Soon enough, the game is over with Ashley just barely pushing past my score and Gavin far behind. Ah well, I give him my best. It makes it feel better. I couldn't have won without Jim's solid advice. No, you still were the one making the throws, not skilled even if he offered suggestions. Still, if you'd like to keep things fair, we'll split the ice cream cost 3 ways. Everyone's a winner.
Indeed.
Most importantly, we had fun. Arcades are meant to be places where friends can gather and have fun playing with each other. Beachside or in a shopping plaza, with or without joysticks. That's our goal. Honey pot. Let's take back a lesson today that we should always endeavor to provide fun. First and foremost, whatever shape it takes, that is our mission. Still find a way to turn this into a working vacation, huh? But an enjoyable one. We grab ice cream cones from a vendor on the boardwalk, swapping work stories, laughing and having a blast. This is probably the happiest I've seen Gavin at work. At work, he's all business, but here, he can crack a smile, even as he's analyzing arcades. And Ashley just exudes sunshine and cheer everywhere she goes. She's a good influence on him, clearly. But time's ticking, and I've got other stops to make. It feels good being out and about with everyone, away from the funplex, away from work, just friends having a great time in a place designed for great times. With our newfound success, I hope we can do this more often. Meow, meow, meow. This would be nice. Oh, it's nighttime. The rest of the afternoon passes in a blur. Soon the sun has gone down and Flotsam Beach is a calmer place, a more chill vibe as the day's manic energy is long since spent. It's also clear the group will be breaking up soon. They've already changed back to their regular clothes, done with the beach as a whole. Some are talking about checking out the nightlife scene around here. Some just want to relax in their hotel rooms. Some are simply heading back to the city, leaving me alone for a moment with my thoughts. It's been a wonderful day, definitely. There's only one thing that could improve it. A risk, a daydream. But maybe one worth taking. I happen to know a few things about dreams lately. Beep beep, Jim. Yeah, I know. Want me to ask someone on a date? Only if you want to. I know I was kind of pushy earlier, I'm sorry. But if you want this, now is the moment. Everything in my calculations say this is the perfect time people start thinking about who I should go out with. I've got a lot going for me, please. But maybe something's still missing. Something more that I need from life than the warmth of a friendship alone. More importantly, maybe one of them feels the same way. Maybe they feel some yearning. Romance, love. I'm no stranger to these things. But those are fumbling first attempts in youth. I can fumble again. Am I ready for this? I'm still considering. How about I run down the data while you're thinking? Let's see. Queen Bee, obviously. I do have a pretty high with a Queen Bee, with Teo following close behind. Okay, after my analysis, here's where you stand with everybody and how your personality is shaping up. But now that I've had weeks to understand you better, I think I can adjust these values based on what I know each of them likes in a partner. Oh, it adjusts! Naomi has a kind heart, and so do you. That's a plus. Gavin may be blunt, but he aspires to be kind, and you're already kindly. Oh, Queen Bee's got a wicked sense of humor, and your quirky nature matches it. Oh, it went down for everyone else. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. Percy carries himself with good cheer and a kind heart. He's a terrific match for your own quirky and kindly heart. Ooh, Teo lives to have fun. I'm sure both of you quirky funsters would get along well. And that's everybody. In my final analysis, I think you are the best possible match for Queen Bee, Teo, and Percy. What, all at the same time? I'll take it! No. All three would make a fine companion for you, Jim. Queen Bee, Teo, and Percy all get along well with you and match your personality. So, Queen Bee, Teo, and Percy.
My sources say yes.
Yes, I calculate you'll have the best probability of success with them. Numbers. All based on numbers. High score. Okay, let's see. First of all, I haven't saved in a long time and I got about 11 minutes to go. Teo is indeed cool. And he looks good in the swimsuit. Let's see, this feels weird and mechanical, not sure I like it. What if they're just not into people like me? Yeah, okay, let's just run with this. Let's do a little bit of the worry warding, because that's what I would actually do in this situation. Maybe I'm overthinking this, given we get along great already, but what if I ask them out and it turns out they're not into people like me? Sexuality hasn't exactly popped in casual conversation yet with anyone. Jim, I have a little more faith in me than that. I wouldn't suggest anyone if their compass wasn't pointed in your direction. Don't worry, my analysis is sound. Well, at least I won't have that awkward moment then. Just the awkwardness of approaching someone based on a numeric score. Iris lets out a little digital sigh. I don't think you're looking at this score thing the right way, Jim.
I'm software, right?
Oh.
I have to see the world through numbers. I see relationships as numbers. I see your vocal tones as numbers. And I score it all.
Oh-ho.
But the math is less important than the meaning.
Go on.
I see a number. But that number represents your free will and your heart.
I think, yeah, I actually feel the same. I actually feel the same way, Seth. In that is that as I feel like I get along with a lot of people too, but I don't think I'm necessarily their type. But I think this game sort of saves you the trouble in, hey, Iris knows and wouldn't have suggested it otherwise if they didn't.
You chose to spend time with them. You shared good times with smiles and laughter, and sometimes even tears.
This is true.
This isn't like a dating website. You aren't asking a total stranger out just because the numbers match. You need to switch the causal relationship around.
That's how you say that word. I need to ask for a causal relationship?
Causal. As in
Casual.
the cause of.
Oh.
You aren't spending time with them because of the numbers. The numbers exist because you wanted to spend time with them.
Well, this is true.
You've been building these relationships for months.
In-game.
Now, you can take one to the next level. The numbers can be your guide if you let them. But follow your heart.
Oh.
Above all else, follow your heart. Okay?
Okay. Got it.
Right. So let's not limit ourselves here. Of all those who are special to you, which one do you want to share your heart with?
Oh, man. It's a big decision. It's very deep. But she's right. She's been watching me, listening to me, understanding me. But in the end, it's my choice, and their choice to accept my love or not. But which one do I love? Which one should I approach? Oh, this is nice. This is nice, and I'm going to save right here. Not done yet. Still got 8 minutes to go. So they give you the choice of Naomi, Gavin, Ashley, Percy, Queen Bee, Teo, and it actually lets you choose nobody. Which of course is a very real option that I really appreciate they give, just in case someone's like, I don't feel like doing it. Especially because earlier on in the game, you were given choices to, like, those 3 choices in the very beginning of the game. I think they would have dictated how the interactions with the character would have been. Like, I'm fairly sure if we chose the not flirty option for both Queen Bee and Teo, they wouldn't have been sort of like whatchamacallit, they wouldn't have been very flirty with us in return. It would have been more platonic, so that way when we get to this point, we wouldn't have had those instances with all those flirty instances with those 2 characters, Queen Bee in the last stream and Teo in this one that we had. It would have just been more of a friendship thing. That's what I'm betting on. I don't know for sure if that's how it is, but it would make sense because those 3 in the very beginning when we first started this game, those 3 options that we gave, you know, I think would have determined that. Because for everybody else, for Gavin, for Ashley, for Naomi, well, Naomi I kind of did flirt with. Well, for Gavin and Ashley for sure, we didn't flirt with them at all with those 3 choices. We just said, hey, stop, you know, that sort of thing. And which you know, I can appreciate that if you want to play the game just to be friends and explore the thing. But I do have an outright choice for Queen Bee. Queen Bee. Do we go for Queen Bee or do we not go for Queen Bee? Oh, Queen Bee or Teo. Kind of leaning towards those 2. One is an epic gaming queen. The other is a dancer? I forgot what he does as a day job. I know it also has to do with dancing, but like he's like tied into it professionally to an extent, I think. But I forgot. Oh no, we are at a crossroads. Mason likes Teo. Seth likes Queen Bee. We've got 5 minutes to go. Can anyone have a tiebreaker? And then good thing I think this one doesn't really the choices that we made before might not have affected us maybe. Of our choice that we make now, I don't know. Queen Bee or Teo? I'm not nervously twiddling my thumbs. You are. I don't want to eeny, meeny, miny, moe it. It's just not Seth says, I want to see what she's like when she's not fighting. LOL, but hey, Teo's nice too. Hum. Oh, this is a tough decision. Because I personally like both Queen Bee and Teo. Would love to see where either one of them goes. Oh, I can yield to Oh no! Are you sure, Seth? I mean, I don't wanna. Oh, haha, Kev. Yes, I think there can only be one. Because I don't get an option no more than one. You, Kev! Stirring things up. Oh, good golly. Teo's neat too. We got. So I guess we'll go with Teo. I got a yield. I'll tell you what. Seth, if you stick with me, I'll see about going back and doing Queen Bee if we do Teo. I'll probably do the same thing too. If I do Queen Bee, I'll do Teo in the back. I don't know. I'm terrible at this. Oh man. I'm not so invested that I would like to see things held up with deliberation. Oh. This is true. Okay, yeah. I do have saves. Let's just go with Teo for now. I promise we'll get to Queen Bee, but I'm curious about Teo now. Teo. I let his name linger, oh my god, in my lips. If only for a moment. It's sweet. But I've always said it before. Why is it sweet now? And yes, Kev is right. I do have saves. And happy. Just like him. For me, there's no other choice. Teo's the one my heart has been guiding me towards. When I choose him. Maybe not next time, but it is for now. The constant affection he showers me with already makes me swoon. And now it's my time to share my feelings with him. Yes, it's Teo. I say his name again, this time with more confidence, a reassurance of my sentiment towards him. Well, duh, hasn't he been pretty much constantly flirting with you already? Well, yeah, but if he flirts with everyone. I just hope there's more than friendly teasing going on. Very well, I believe there's only one thing left to do, and that's, what's the phrase? Follow your heart? That's the one, Iris. And I hope my heart is leading me in the right direction. Oh, I'm sure you'll be happy with the results, Jim. I shall leave you to it. Now all I have to do is find Teo, because he's not loitering around with the other funplexers. Harchmar, Teo's been getting himself towards you. That's actually one of the reasons why, Mason, I kind of wanted to say. He has been guiding himself towards me. I scanned the beach horizon. There were plenty of people still milling about, packing up their beach spots and closing out the day. Nope, that's beach jellyfish. That's just a smushed sand castle. Oh, great. Finally get enough courage, and he's split town. Gone forever. Lost to the alluring call of the sea. Wait. There he is. Teo stuck up a conversation with some other randos on the beach. I watch him for a minute, examining his movements. Something is off, however. I can tell even from here. His expression is hesitant and nervous, and normally his hand motions are much more fluid and less agitated than what I'm seeing. I read grinding as grinding and didn't even think anything of it. Well, you know, it is Teo. And Teo has his own tent for camping trips. Yes, he does. We don't need to set up camp with him. Or set up our tents with him. He glances over, and from the corner of his eye, he notices me standing here. I watch on as, from what I can tell, he excuses himself from the conversation. As he directs his attention my way, his entire body relaxes. No longer the trepidation on his face, and there is an ease in his wave to me. He smiles at me instantly. Noticing his change makes me notice the shift in my own body. As he gets closer, I feel... Oh. Guts! Excited. My heart begins to beat faster in my chest as I smile from ear to ear. This is what I've been looking forward to. Hey, Teo. Beautiful evening, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Not as beautiful as you. You always do have a way with words, but Teo, I want to ask you something important. Okay, I gotta end this soon because I know this is when I said I would end it. But really quick, let me see if I can get through this real quick. Yes, Gav is not wrong. No. Oh yeah? I wanted to ask you something too. What a coincidence. I wonder if it's the same thing. Well, I was hoping you weren't going to be busy for the rest of the evening, and that maybe you would like to maybe I don't know, spend it with me. Oh, well, I was gonna ask you the same thing. You just beat me to it. I want nothing more for us to be arm in arm, strolling across the ocean, the waves bubbling up to our feet. Wait a sec, does that mean you're asking me out on a date? Well, I mean, yeah. But to be fair, I think you just asked me out on a date too. Which I'm in an agreement with. Let's do the date thing. What? Really? That's great. Awkwardly, we both look away, but it's only for a moment, quickly returning our gaze to one another. I didn't really have much planned except wanting to spend time with you. I'm not the best at planning impromptu dates, or even planned dates, for that matter. For the record, I'm very bad at dating.
Don't even worry. I think I got the perfect idea.
Oh, you do? You do? Oh, of course you do. You're not only the king of dance, but you're probably the king of dates, too.
I think you think very highly of me, but flirting doesn't always yield results. I've been much too busy to invest any time into a proper dating life, but you? Oof, you are worth every second.
Oi! Oi! Hey! No! It should be illegal to sound like that. Like, in any country or the planet.
But I'm getting off track.
Are you?
As I often do when staring at you.
What?
I was perusing the local newspaper today, and I came across a drop-in special for the local dancing company.
Oh! You don't say.
So, what say you? Will you let me sweep you off your feet?
But you know how bad of a dancer I am. You watched me play Showtime stage. I don't so much as score points as flail my arms and legs around, like a flailing Kermit the Frog. It's neither graceful nor coordinated. I am in fact a danger to myself and others on the dance floor. I, in real life, relate to this. Oh, I know. You aren't supposed to agree with me on that, Teo. Relax, Jim, I was only teasing. And that's why I chose a dance style that I have no background in whatsoever. So actually, we'll be in the same boat. I'm afraid. Are there life vests on this boat? I might drown in the sea of missteps and sprained ankles. Also, now that I think of it, how can you, Swan Lake Teo, be bad at any dancing regardless of the type? We all have our strengths and weaknesses. And pray tell, what's your weakness? Ballroom dancing. What? When I picture ballroom dancing, I don't think of me and Teo. I think of ladies wearing extravagantly ruffled dresses covered in millions of sequins, men dressed in suits with their tails dangling behind them. I think of and lots of waltzing. Surely no jesting here, Jim. Teo breaks our eye contact, turning to the gaze of the ocean. Sure. Okay, I'm about to end this. For the past several months I've known you. You keep encouraging me to do more for myself. You've told me I focus too much on pleasing others and that I don't spend enough time on me. And you're completely right, Jim. Well, I've been listening. And there is one thing I want. What's that?
I want to expand my dancing repertoire. I want to better myself and surpass the dancing talent I already have. I want to be a better Teo.
Oh, that's cool.
Showtime Stage is a phenomenal game, and I love getting up there and strutting my stuff. But being in that community has taken me back to where it all started. Back to my first passion. Dancing.
Oh, that's good for you. That's good. Expanding what you want to do.
It's always been dancing. Being able to express myself through the flick of a wrist or the stomp of my foot. Nothing is more poetic nor alluring.
Uh-huh.
Well, save for you, of course.
He's good with the words.
Ballroom dancing has been the one style I've drawn away from, because you need 2 people to do it.
Well, that's true.
And I've just never found the right partner.
Aww. Tails' longing gaze leaves the ocean to face me once again. His eyes are kind yet intense, and a smile gently parts his lips.
Until now.
Oh, and you're just saying that. My face flushes instantly, and I cannot break away from his gaze. Tails steps closer to me, and my heart beats faster. Oh, I lied before. About what? There are 2 things I want. Oh, yes? Teo grins wider. His face is ever so slowly leaning towards mine. The first one is still the same, becoming a better dancer, but the second one is something I've longed for a while. My heart feels like it's gonna beat out of my chest. More precisely, possibly explode. I don't know. I'm not responsible for what happens. And that is a kiss from you. Would that be asking too much? Go big or go home, baby. I would very much like to kiss you too. His smile melts my heart as we're inches away from each other. We both close our eyes and our lips meet. Hey! Tails' lips are warm and soft, and I feel a wave of emotion wash over me. Before I know it, however, the kiss is over. His warmth leaves and we're apart. It was a delicate and simple kiss, one of honesty and appreciation. And it was perfect. Tails steps back and stretches out his arm towards me, his palm wide open. So, Jim, I ask you again, will you finally let me sweep you off your feet this time? I gently place my hand in his and he squeezes tightly. Yes, please. Sweep me away. And I got over the time I said I was going to be here. Alright, so this is where we're going to stop here. Oh. Bam, right there. So here's the plan, everybody. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to come back to this, going to finish up Teo, and because we've actually garnered genuine interest in what happens, I'm going to go back and I'm going to play Queen Bees, and that's where we're going to end it. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to play, like, to like, get everything in there, to, like, get every character. And thank you. I appreciate that you like the acting. I appreciate it. I just, thank you, Community Theater, for not letting me forget how to act. Anyway, right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, right, next time, Saturday is gonna be a little hectic, so let's shoot for Sunday. Yeah, Saturday I can't do the mornings because I'm doing something, and then in the afternoon we're gonna be doing D&D. I'm gonna be hosting Shadowrun then, so I can't really do that there. So, yeah, bam, no, not 7. Let's do 3 o'clock. Yeah, 3 o'clock on Sunday is when I'm going to come back and continue the stream on here. Thank you so much for everyone hopping in. We're going to see if we, how much more of Arcade Spirits that we're going to do here. And we're going to continue the Teo route before attempting the Queen Bee route. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I'm going to say thank you a billion times over. And remember, keep your feet on the ground, your hopes up high, pray for rain, and keep the humor dry. Mason, have a good recording thing. Be funny like always. Mwah. Good night, everybody.
There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can say that can't be sung.